What's up, family? This is Dr. Umar Johnson here, not me. On the screen here, Dr. Umar Johnson breaking down Christianity for you and all the religions. It's about 2 hours long, but I'll give you a little clip of it so you can see how religion actually orchestrated and how it controls the minds of black people. Here we go, family.
Push us further apart. It's not going to bring us together.
What do you think is the origin of what you refer to as religious narcissism? Because I want to say one thing before you start. I am aware that, especially with Christian denominations, the people who are members of it don't know the origins of it. Don't know the short term of it. Like, they don't understand, like, this just started the other day.
Yes.
But why do you think people really have this, like, man, like, if you're literally not a part of this, you're going to hell?
I believe one of the reasons is this. We know that the origins of Islam, Christianity, the Hebrew faith, nearly every religion, if it's ancient enough, it came out of African culture. We know that. Muhammad ibn Abdullah was a black man. His mother was a Sudanese Arab. His father was from the tribe of Quraysh. They were one of the blackest tribes in Mecca. Undisputedly, he was African. We know Christ was, okay? We know Moses was. He was taught in the ways of the Egyptians. Had to be blue, black, purple with a nappy head. The problem is, even though these religions originated in our culture, they were colonized by non-Africans for a period of time and given back to you. One of the things that happened in that colonization period, because these religions were used as instruments of conquest, the aspect of tolerance was done away with because they used them as instruments of social control, right? So when the various emperors took over, if you did not believe in Jesus as the Son of God, you lose your life. When the Arabs took over North Africa, if you don't say Muhammad is the last prophet of God, we taking your head off. So there was no room for these religions to coexist with any other spiritual system. So when the religions came back to us during slavery and post-slavery, we picked up that religious narcissism with it. We picked up that lack of tolerance with it. We interpreted the religion from the aspect of imperialism as these non-Africans used it as a weapon of imperialism. That's why you have black people say, if you're not saved, you ain't saved? Boy, you're going to go to hell. If you ain't saved, I can't be bothered with this. Is this a Christian organization? Right? Same thing in the Muslims, because I was raised Muslim. They just as religious and narcissistic. You know what I mean? Are they Muslim? Or is this a Muslim thing? Is this Islam? Because if this ain't dealing with the Quran, I'm not going to be bothered with it. I remember I was at a meeting at the Garvey House in North Philly with two Muslim elders who I respect. They're both ancestors now. Both ancestors. They came in there. We had an initiative we was putting together. I think it was to stop the violence, right? These are two well-respected Muslim leaders, American African Muslims. You know what the leader said? He's an ancestor now. Rest in peace. You know what he said? He said, because this is going to be an all-black initiative, I'll never forget this. He said, because this is going to be an all-black initiative, my religion doesn't allow me to be part of anything that will only allow black people to participate. That is the problem with religion. It does not prioritize the needs of African people. Most religionists care more about the success of their church or masjid than the liberation of African people.
And there's something else I want to add on with the what you refer to as religious narcissism. I noticed with black people, because we're so disenfranchised, we kind of gave up on certain participation in society, and we use the religion now to justify, to say, hey, I can't participate. To have it seems like you have one up on somebody.
Oh, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
It's
So
the narcissism.
I can't. Yeah, it ties into the same.
Yeah.
It's like I can't fully partake in American society, but I'm not going to hell because I'm a Christian.
Yep.
You're going to hell because
Absolutely. So they'll throw it at you in a minute. And it ain't just the American Africans. It's global with us. And sometimes it can get worse the further you get outside the continent. So, for example, when I'm building with my East African brothers, me and one of my Somali or Eritrean African brothers had a heated conversation because he kept trying to put the Islam over the Pan-Africanism. And I said, bro, we all come from different religions. You can be Muslim, but you cannot expect all of us to become Muslim in order to struggle. You see what I'm saying? No, give everybody their right to build their relationship with God as they choose.
True that.
He
True
couldn't
that.
see it
True
because
that.
he was a religious narcissist.
And Christians can't see that.
Narcissism says it's my way or the highway.
Exactly.
If you ain't down with the Muslims, if you ain't down with the Christians, if you ain't down with the Hebrews, then we have no need for you. God has no need for you.
Yeah.
And the struggle has no need for you.
That's what they say.
Religious narcissists believe that their flag has to be on top of everything that they do. And you must obey and bow to that flag, or you have no place amongst their struggle. And we don't suffer because of what we believe. We suffer because we are African, because we are Black African people. We're the original man and woman, which precedes any religion. We was around before Moses. We was around before Abraham. We was around before Muhammad. We was around before Jesus. So why are you trying to limit me to that? Let's go back further than that. Y'all not the first people. Let's go back further than that. You see, and the further back you get, the more inconsequential you'll see your religion is. We're not dismissing it. We're just saying it's one amongst many. Christianity became as influential as it is around the world because it was forced on people and because it was a religion of the state. Islam became the second most populous religion around the world because it was forced on people and it was a religion of the state. See, African spirituality was never the religion of a state, of a modern state. You see what I'm saying? So these other religions, which are just as sophisticated and have just as much to offer as Islam, Christianity, and Hebrewism, they never get that type of attention because they were never forced on people and they never served as religions of the state. The state spread Christianity for political reasons. The state spread Islam for political reasons. But like you said, they don't know that history. So they assume the reason there's more Christians in the world than anybody else is because of the power of the message of Jesus Christ. Not at all. It's because the power of the guillotine of European kingdoms.
And we just spoke about religion and how that's used to divide. And for those unaware, they were trying to pass a bill in Kenya that increased, I don't want to, I'm paraphrasing, so I don't have the accurate numbers in front of me, but the price of bread was about 26%.
Okay.
Cooking oil, I think, was at 14%. 2.5 on the total value of cars. They also wanted to increase money transfers. You know, that's a big thing for African countries.
We're basically talking about tax?
Yeah, basically it's a tax.
Okay.
So the people are protesting, but what I found so glorious is that I see the Kenyan youth doing something that I've never seen done on the continent. Maybe you would know more than me, but they're working together despite differences in religious, cultural, or linguistic differences.
That's Pan-Africanism.
So I've never seen a group in Africa, because it's usually like when protests take place, is a particular group.
Okay, family, if you want to see the whole thing, you can watch it right here. That's the whole clip right there if you want to watch it. It's about 2 hours and 24 minutes and 13 seconds long. But it's very informative. Very, very informative, folks. See the whole thing? Go right there. I'm out there. Peace out. One love.